filter out those results.
Yeah, it's always challenging to find a doctor, right? Why did you feel more confident in your own task than the task assigned by me?
I think probably because it's more realistic in my life, because it's something that I would actually do. Because like for tattoos, I don't really think I would get a tattoo or I would need to get it removed, and I don't think any of my friends are going to make like a hasty decision about tattoo removal. So I thought maybe because it wasn't like exactly a situation that I see myself getting into, that I felt like it wasn't as relevant. But for finding a doctor, I thought it was more, personal or like more relevant to my life.
Where did you finish the remote session?
At my house.
Oh, okay. Are you satisfied with the information you found out?
Yes.
Great. So if you were, I guess this question doesn't make much sense. So if you were working on the assigned task in real life, would you have done anything differently? But from what you were saying, I guess that may never be a task you'll have.
About the tattoo room?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I would have looked at more options or like tried to find more information about the reasons that I already chose to see if it was like actually the best option. Because if I had to advise my friend, then I would have to see which one is actually the best one for her. Rather than just picking something based on the information, I would have to consider, like her situation or his situation and things like that. So maybe more time and thought put into it.
Okay, then let's talk about the lab session you just completed. Again, anything you feel particularly difficult for you, like something you particularly impressing that you want to talk about?
Like anything confusing? Or?
Right. Anything just, you can think of now.
Well, I think for the lupus task, it was a little difficult to read the information because there were a lot of medical terms and like the names for the medicines, they're like chemical names. So it was a little difficult to read and understand it. So it took some more time. But yeah, that was okay.
Did you find the same problem with the tattoo removal, like for the medical terminology?
I think it was a little better because it's a little more interesting to me.
Okay.
But I think it was hard to look through all the information and process it and read through all the terminology.
You mentioned in the questionnaire that the search did not go as you expected. Could you elaborate on that?
For the lupus task, I thought it would be more difficult or it would not be as easy to find the different treatment options. But the website that I found, it listed all the treatment options. So it wasn't as difficult maybe as I had expected.
So in your opinion, how was the task brought by you different from the task assigned by me, except of course the topical difference, but in other aspects?
I think maybe the task brought by you had more things to consider. For the tattoo removal, there were many options, and for the lupus one, there's many different medications or treatment options, so you had to look at all of them. And maybe for the ones I chose, it was a little more specific because for the doctors, it was only in my area, and for the backpacks, it was like only, for students or like a particular type. So maybe I think my tasks might have been a little more specific than your tasks.
Yeah, so probably providing more context in my task may be more helpful for you, to narrow it down.
Right.
So if you were working on this lupus task in real life, what would you have done differently?
I think maybe I would have searched up the different drugs in more detail, because the websites it listed a few particular drugs that I didn't go into detail now, but if I really had to do it in real life, I would look them up in more detail.
Yeah. A few more questions about the search environment. So did the lab environment affect you in any way?
I think